You start with a sprawling CSV file of missing values, mismatched dates, and thousands of rows. The goal is to turn that raw text into a clear, actionable business chart. To get there, we are going to build a linear, 5-step Python pipeline. This sequence will filter and format the data using a strict set of core Pandas functions. This infographic lays out the exact path. We move sequentially through data cleaning, filtering, aggregation, merging, and then finally visualization. By sticking strictly to this order, you bypass the need to memorize hundreds of Python commands. You just follow the roadmap. We begin by importing the Pandas library and loading our raw, messy sales data. This diagram shows a sample of our raw data. We run the head function to preview the first few rows, and the info function to scan the entire dataset, pinpointing exactly where our missing null values are located. Once we locate the gaps, we execute drop NA. This actively targets and removes any rows containing those blank cells, leaving us with a solid dataset. If you try to run calculations on data with gaps, your final charts will be wrong. Cleaning is the mandatory first step before any analysis happens. With the data sanitized, our next objective is to isolate a specific subset. We only want to look at the sales figures from the year 2023. This is where many new analysts get stuck. They confuse selecting data by physical position in the table with selecting by actual label. The function iloc targets raw structural positions, like row 0 or 1, ignoring the information stored inside. To pull our specific year, we use loc, targeting column labels directly. Setting the condition to 2023 filters out everything else. Recognizing the difference between integer position and label condition keeps your queries accurate as your datasets grow to millions of rows. Now we need to calculate total revenue for each sales territory. To do this efficiently, we use a process called method chaining, feeding the output of one function directly into the next. This illustrates the first half of the chain, group by. This command physically separates our rows into distinct categorical buckets based on region. Appending .sum executes the math, collapsing those individual buckets into single rows displaying total regional revenue. Take a quick look at the green aggregation section of the reference sheet. Pause the video if you need to. If the business requirement suddenly changes, and we need to know the number of individual sales transactions instead of total revenue, which function replaces .sum? You would use .count. Swapping these basic aggregation functions in and out of your chain is how you quickly answer different business questions. We have our regional totals, but we need to assign them to specific people. We bring in a second dataset containing the names of our regional managers. The merge function acts like a SQL join, snapping two tables together horizontally by locking onto their shared region column. Finally, appending .plot kind bar reads this merged table and generates a comparative bar chart. We started with raw, disjointed text and used code to construct an actionable visual that a team can actually read. Building a reliable analysis workflow is about applying a consistent structure to your data, not memorizing every available command. We used info and drop NA to clean, loc to filter, group by and sum to calculate, merge to combine, and plot to visualize. Download this guide and keep it next to your keyboard. Use it to build this exact sequence the next time you open a messy dataset.